Candles, fibs, crosses, EMAs. It's the tools of the day trade. Don't be a noob and trade on websites that don't give you BitBoy bonuses. Click the link in the description to get set up on ByBit or Femex and get an insane sign-up bonus for being part of the BitSquad. Leverage trade responsibly, but do it the right way on Femex or ByBit. Bonus details in the links below.
BitBoy Crypto Morning TA. Good morning, everybody. It's December 29th, 2021. My name's Matty B. That is Scaramucci's. And this is your Morning TA. A brief glimpse into the crypto markets, where the sun's shining, where the wind's blowing. All the humble opinion of this piano. Zamboni, bring in the data. The FOMO index is at 27 from yesterday's 41. Bitcoin dominance is at 40.2%. 24-hour volumes at 94 billion. The overall market cap is 2.23 trillion. Give or take 100 million, A minor 7 with the 9. Well, folks, we talked about this, and that's what and all we can do. We talk about probabilities, so we're not surprised when they happen. They don't always happen because there's no guarantees. Just probability. Yesterday we said there's a high probability of rounding the bottom out at the 200 before our next rally, which would mean seeing a tootsie dip down to 47.5-ish. There's a high probability of rounding the bottom out to the 200 before our next rally, and that would mean seeing a tootsie dip down to 47.5-ish. And heavens to Murgatroyd, she didn't play out to a T. And of course, Historical Norm phoned us on our landline to tell us about the 5% dip that could take us down to the 200 moving average. Kwanzaa. And a 5% will take us almost perfectly to the 200 moving average. So it shouldn't come as any surprise, especially when Historical Norm says it, because he's got that ornery old man wisdom that you only get after a life of disappointment, quiet desperation, and being chronically single. Piano Matty B, why you gotsta? Don't you have any good news? And yes, I do have some good news. Thanks for asking. The good news comes in the form of hidden bullish divergence over on the weekly. And I know, Piano Matty B, is this your new kink, hidden divergence? The answer is no. I don't like hidden anything. I like out in the open everything, but as a piano-playing chart reader with a voice reminiscent of Willie Nelson and the guy on the Google commercial. That's what the charts are saying. And when it's on the weekly chart, it's a lot more important than the lower time frames. When I see a pattern on the 4-hour charts, like your older sister telling you to clean your room, and you're like, well, I'll wait to see what Mom says. And Mom in this wacky metaphor is the daily chart. And the daily charter, Mom says, yes, clean your room. And I would think, okay, but maybe I'll wait to see what Dad says. Dad is the weekly chart, and when he says clean your room, well, you clean your room. So in the weekly chart, there's a high probability of some bullish pressure to the upside. So like I said before, no guarantees, just probabilities. So we'll keep our optimistic dad eye on that one. A quick look at the daily sees we are wrestling with the 200 moving average right now. She's been good to us in the past, but let's keep an eye on that MACD and hope she doesn't cross bearish. I wouldn't be a big fan of that, that's for sure. Now, as we embark on a new year, I'd like to offer some optional open book take-home test homework, because I know how we all love homework, especially when we're not actually in school. But I must warn you, once you research this topic, you will never be the same. There's no unlearning it. Whoa, how dramatic. The concept is sound money, and that's what we're invested in right now. Bitcoin is sound money, and the entire world is trapped in unsound money. Really plays out like a Marvel movie. With Bitcoin as a superhero and unsound money as the evil tyrant trying to destroy the world. Again, this is optional. I know the vast majority of this community is well versed in this concept, but if you're not, don't feel bad. It's not your fault. This concept was kept from you your entire life. You're not supposed to know it exists. So if you're not, congrats. You have the most interesting rabbit hole in humanity's existence to jump through. But be careful, because you will never be the same. You can't unlearn this stuff. And remember, we're playing the same game as our psychopathic elected leads. That's right, it's a long game. So zoom out and have a fantastic day of Major 7-2. A BitBoy crypto